advent calendar. I've been working on this ever since the stamp set and the designer treat box came out. Somebody beat me to it. Theirs is not exactly the same as mine, but they made one, because as soon as I saw this set, I thought I've got to make an advent calendar with it. So here we go. So I've made the treat boxes. So you just need a 5x5 piece of DSP to cut it out. Because I want them to be looking like present boxes, I decided to use stripes and spots. So any DSP that was striped or spotted, I've used. So don't discard your remnant, because out of these 4 pieces here, you can cut these little labels out, because then you can put your numbers on them. So I think the designer treat box, I mean, I'm always into treat boxes, are absolutely fantastic. So we're going to make one to start with. So I haven't used my bone folder on them. I've just done them with my fingers, really, and just bent them over. Now I'm going to bend this forward, but then I'm going to bend it out of my way. You'll see why when I glue it. So do that, and then so I'm just creasing it all on the folds, bend on. I just think they're fantastic. And they you can make several things with them, and they're so easy to assemble. You don't even really have to glue them. However, I want this to last a very long time, because all you do is just bring the 2 ends up together. This is one way of doing it, and then latch these 2 over, so then you can put your treat in there and it will fit a lint ball, and then do that. So there's your treat box. As I say, you don't have to glue it, but I'm going to glue it because I'm going to do it a different way. Okay, so I'm going to open it back up, and to save time, normally I've wet glued all of these. So this will be the only one that I've not wet glued, but on camera I don't want to mess about holding it. So I'm just going to cheat by lying it down, putting this going across the fold, and then just cutting it. Whoops, sorry about that. Just smooth that down. So we're going to do this on all the tabs. So, and then bring these back out, put them on. So it's very, very quick and easy to do. And as I say, all you need is 5x5 DSP to cut it out of. And then there's so many wonderful things with the little treat box that you can make. I will be showing you on later. I don't know when, but one of my videos will show you some of the things that I have done with this set, thinking outside of the box. Because if you watch my videos, I like to think outside the box sometimes in what I'm doing. So, and stretch your dies to do more things with them. Same as your stamp sets. Right, so I am going to put a little bit of glue on the edge. I always like to back up my tape with glue. The reason being that when you want something to last a very long time, I'm not talking about just a few months, I'm talking about years down the line, I have found, and just match it up there at the edge, and then just run your fingers down it. There we go, that's one done. And then just gonna pop that together. That's done there. Then just pop this together. I'm sorry, I've not managed to turn off my vibrating, so if you keep hearing the zzz, it's messages coming through. I do apologise. I normally get it all off, but once I've set up things. Right, now what I have actually done is I've wrapped the Cadbury's buttons. I've individually wrapped them with foil so they'll be food safe, and you'd pop that in there. I'm not going to do this while it's closer to Christmas, but I've got everything ready. Now all you're going to do is put your flaps in, so you're matching those two up, and then bend this tab forward and tuck it in. Now make sure it goes between the two. There we go, and it's tucked in. Then all I did was put my numbers, and now I've done that, haven't I? I've got my number ready somewhere, brought everything out. But what I do, it will appear later on, so I can stick it on later on, but I'll just show you. This here has a nice round on it, and so what I do is I put that at the bottom there, but I only glue the top part and stick it on there. And I've already stuck the numbers on, so like I've done on here. So as you can see, then this is going to be a flap. So I stick it on, putting only glue on the top part, which when I do find it in all this mess, I'll show you. But then I bend that down and that will fit in there, and then you've got a flap to lift it up and down. Right, so I'll leave that on one side because I'll show you when I find that. Right, now what I've done is I've cut out 13 of the carriages, stamped and die cut them, and then I just put, and this is 1/2 inch punch or Sweetest Times die set. These were the circles out of the Sweetest Times die set, and these are actually the peppermints, and I thought, oh, train wheels. Okay, this is what I mean about I think outside the box. So I just think that really sets it off. So putting that on, so I've done that on, I've coloured all of them. Now I did 2 trains, but of course you need to do them the way of the stamp set, which that one is. So this is the way of the stamp set, and then you need to mirror die for the other side so that will go like that. So I've done them all on white card and then coloured them in daffodil yellow and 2 different greens, it doesn't matter. And then I've used in the Kindest Gnomes suite, you get this fluffy paint, and I've just done that as Santa's hair coming out there. I just thought that was sweet, so I did those. Doesn't matter how they come, don't have to look identical. And this one, I just found another die that was a bit bigger to go on the train bit there. Okay, so I've done all these, and I've done different ones. So I've like done the penguin, so I masked over the bottom to just get the penguin body like that. I've also fussy cut from last year's DSP. I've fussy cut the fox out. I found a tree on another set, and I've put the tree, I think this is from the penguin set, and a star from the top. And so look through any of your sets that you've got that will fit in that little window, and just mask off the bottom when you're stamping on. Okay, so I've got 13 carriages that face one way and 13 carriages that face the other. So I did them in the white, and then I cut out a blank in real red just to back them and give them that additional strength. And then of course I've done the wheels. Now what I've got is a piece of A4 by 1 7/8, and I've just scored down either side at 1/4 of an inch. Let me just push these out of the way. And then I'm just going to bend those up because I'm going to sit it in. So I'm going to bend it up, and then I'm going to use my bone folder along the sides. Okay. So and I've got 3 of these. I then cut out my boxes. So I've got 25 boxes for Advent, and then cut out the 25 tags. And lovely about the I love it when stamping up, think ahead that you might want to use loads of these. So of this die there, I found the number, look, of this die you get 3 in the designer treat, and you get 2 little ovals. So there's ways of doing the numbers, which I will show you. Now it's that one, isn't it? So now I've found that, I'll just show you. So all I'm doing is making sure I've got my number facing the right way, sorry. And I'm just putting glue on only the top bit. Then I put it down so that it's level, and I'm looking on the other side to make sure that it's level with that flap. There's no glue on that part, only glue on the top part. So just hold it for a second or two. Then I bend down my flap and tuck my flap in, and just make sure it is absolutely straight. I seem to have got that wonky somewhere. There we go. And that's it. As simple as that. It's lovely. Now, the numbers I want to tell you, what I like about this, the numbers are on a strip like this. So you cut out your numbers all at once. So I've got plenty left. And what I do is take the numbers out. So like that's a 5. I'd take the 5 out to use the 5. But then transfer the negative, even the little bits. Look, I've even got the little bits of numbers in there so that you can use the negatives as well. Because you can use the negatives with these. And they give you, I think, 2 of these, I think. I've seen 2 in my set. And you've got choices then. You can either put the negative number on, you could put the positive number on, or you can use this. And I'm going to use the 2 negatives to show you what it looks like. So I'm going to glue the 2 negatives on there like that. So let's put those on there. So just get some glue on there. That's it. So you can do it like that. So there we go. That's one on there and one on there. So you've got choice. You can do it like that. And that's your numbers there. Got my camera in my way. Right, so I'm just needing to, let's get some glue off my hands, just needing to even those up. So I'm just going to spin that around a bit. In fact, I'm going to use my poker tool. I find this so handy because it can just get you where you want it to be, because sometimes you just want to straighten up a little bit. Is that, no, I want me to swinging around, top bit, putting in there. But you get the idea. So you can do it like that. So that's great. Or I've got some more negatives here. So I've got a 2 here. And you can put them just on the single ones. And the jury's out which way I'm going to do it. So I've cut 2 ready. So you put these on top. And again, I'm going to use my poker tool to get in there and straighten it. I think I want a little bit over. Whoops. There we go. I think that's okay. Let's see if I've got another 5 in here somewhere. Should have. Yeah, I've got another one there. So I've got a choice now of what to put on the front of my train. So I'm going to decide in the moment, but I've got 2 ready. So I can choose to go the 25th like that or the 25th like that. So I'll just move those out of the way to be going, right, we're going to go back to this. So let's just move those things out of the way. So I've got some really narrow, this is I think 3mm, and I'm going to straighten these edges out again and put it right on the very edge. So I'm going to do a little bit at a time on the very edge. Oh, there we go. And cut that. Okay, and the same on the other side. So I'm going to do that there. It's going to be on there. Right, and let's cut that off there. Tough. Okay, now for the front, I've also not only done 1/4 inch down the sides, I've done, so it doesn't fall off the edge, I've done 1/4 inch going across the top. So what I'm going to do now is just cut my little tab up to the front, and then there. I'm going to leave that for the moment, just going to crease it. So, oopsie daisy, I've lost one of my boxes now. Just going to crease that for the moment. Right, I'm just going to load up my other ones now. So, before I crease them this time, I'm going to run this tape. So I've only done that on one of my strips so far, where I did it at the front. I'm only doing it on one because I'll show you what we're going to do to join them together. So let's just do this. So as you can see, this is a labour of love. This is not for the faint-hearted, but I hope you'll enjoy it when it's finished. The other one that I saw that the demonstrator had done it with, she'd actually fastened it together with ribbons. So she glued her boxes to her train and trailer. I hadn't thought about that way. This is the way that I was doing it. So I've committed to doing it the way I do it. And I'm going to do this one as well. So you could do this in garden green or evening evergreen or shaded spruce, any of the Christmassy greens you could do it. I suppose you could even do it in old olive, really. So whichever greens that you've got will be good. Okay, cut that off. And then, so as I say, this is just 3 strips I've got, should do it. Right. Now at the moment, I'm going to leave my boxes loose. I might put them down with a glue dot later on. I've not quite decided yet to whether the boxes are going to be removed or just stay there. But we'll see. Sorry, I keep catching the candle. Okay, so let's start off with our train. Now, I want to start off with, well, actually, this is the reverse. So let's see. This is going to face us. This is going to be on this side. So where's the one? You want the one that you've just done the flap on. Okay. And now I'm going to make it up. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue there and just bring that round like that. Okay, and do the same with the other side. So a little bit of glue on the edge, put too much on there, and just stick that tab in there. Okay, I've stuck it on too much now that the glue is going over. Okay, so I'm going to have the 25 one is going to fit on the front, but just going to see where I want the train to fall. So I did want to do the other train first actually, but oh, there it is. Oh, let's do my original plan. Okay, I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to just tear off a little bit. In fact, I'll cut that little bit so it's out of my way. And then just going to put, whoops, a little bit glue going on the top edges there. Right, so I'm going to sit my train down, so I'll have to just put a box. So I've done it so it's the narrow side. If you look, the box is not quite square, so it's the wider part that I'm putting, so that makes the box narrow. If you see what I mean, that's the narrowest point, so it's going to sit like that, right? And then so put one of your boxes in and then just put it down and see whereabouts you want it. I think I want it, I'm going to go a little bit further down like that. I think I'm going to go about like there. So just, you see, I've made the train come a little bit further around there, and make sure it's straight like that. Oh, I took all these off, didn't I? And then I can mirror that. So I'm just going to put some glue on that and then mirror it at the other side. So let's get that box back in, mirror it at the other side, hopefully. Stand it up. You could measure it and put a line if you want to be exact. I'm just guessing it really, but it would be a good idea to, it's not far enough forward. Oops, sorry, I've got that completely out of shot, do apologise. So, and then that's looking right. Just go in with your fingers to do that. Right, now all we're going to do, I'm my red tape picking those boxes up now. Right, so I better do this side. So let's just check which carriages. So I'm going to do the wrong side first. So I've got to pick up any wrong carriages now. No, yeah, that's one. So I'm just going to put it up there. Oh yeah, I better just put it down. Trickier than what I thought. I'd not made one, you see, so there. Just hold it in position. And there. So you can see we're building it as we're going along. And it doesn't matter if your carriages go up and down, because as trains are going along, they go up and down. So that's just gonna raise it up. Oh. Where does that go? That's it. Let's get that. It might be better with shorter ones because it's quite tricky with the long version. And as I peeled a little bit off of the other side, that was a wise thing, whereas I've peeled too much off on this side. So let's get another one now. That's that. So I'm just randomly putting them on. There we go. What have I got there? I need to get my boxes out of the way so I don't. Alright, special delivery Santa is coming, that's all that way. So I need to put them, that's that one, that's that one, there's another one, let's see. So I'm going to start choosing them, so I'm going to start removing all the ones that I don't want that are the other side, so I can make sure that I've got them. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over and do the other side. So hopefully, and I'm not going to particularly put them in the same order. Let's move that. I think there. Okay. I think let's just see that's standing up all right. We'll just go for, no, that wants to be a little lower. So once you've got the back part on, it should get easier as you're going along the train. Okay, and that one's the same. Let's put some penguins going on now. Once you get it going, you can kind of eyeball the wheels to look where the wheels are falling. And then, so look, I've done one of those. Let's do a special delivery. So pull that out of the way. There we go. And then the last one on this bit. I haven't had one of those, so we'll put one of those on there. Okay, so put that, and so the boxes, there's my 25th one. So the boxes gonna sit in here. So of course you can have them in any order. And going along, getting too many of that colour all together, I think, the labels. So I can adjust these later. Let's see, let's put another blue one there. Okay. So I think I am going to glue the boxes. So I'm going to stick some glue dots, I think, on those to just bring them in line, but I'll not do that till we've got them all. So you see this is coming along. I'm going to glue that like that. So whoops, they moved when I brought them up. So you can see that they're all going to fit in like that. So what I'm going to do now is put a little bit of the tape on the bottom of here. It's at the edge there, and then peel that off, and then I'm just going to stick that, stick those all out a minute, just going to put that right on the end there, and that, start to tear that tape. That's it. And just a little bit on this one. This is a very fiddly project on camera. There we go. Pick that up now. And then we can carry on. So with, do that one, bring it round. Gonna move that out of the way a minute. Yeah, so I can put a fox next. Oops, is that coming undone? That's it. Right. Try and keep, my camera's in my way to keep this straight, unfortunately. See whereabouts it is. It's roughly about there. So put that on there. Let's have another present one come in here. So it's better if you just peel it off as you're going along. And normally I would glue it as well. But because I'm going to glue the boxes now, I've decided I think it will be fine. So just keep going along. Santa is coming to town. And now there. Just make sure it's standing up all right. Yeah, I'm just going to have to, this is going to go off the table. Let's have a look. So I've got the fox. Santa is coming to town. Don't want a fox. Oh, I've got some candy canes, look. So my candy canes come in. That's it, put the candy canes in. And then we can have another fox on here, but before we do, I need to bring in this one again. In fact, actually, I'm going to do the other side. Go do this with my bone folder. Do the there we go, and then put that tear and tape on the back there. Okay. That's all ready to go on, but I'm going to do the other side. So let's turn it around. Oh, turn it around. It is going to be long when it's finished. It's be a very long display. Okay, so what we got, special delivery. Can have a fox just here because we wanted a fox. Move the turn tape out of the way. There we go. And what else have we got? Merry Christmas. We wanted a Merry Christmas. Oh, that's the other side. So another fox. We don't want another fox yet. So we'll have a present. So as I say, I needed 13 carriages worked out. That's the amount that the boxes fitted on. see, we'll have a Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oops, I'm going to have to turn this round the corner. So I'm running out of room. You want a large table when you do this. Right, we've got... we'll have to put another fox on. Maybe I'm going to get too many foxes close together. Not a good plan. I should have sorted them all out, shouldn't I, really? That's easy. There we go. And I just need to now put the last section on. So, oops, that didn't do any good. I'll have to glue that. Some glue. Oh dear, I'm going to put another piece on. I didn't burnish it down. That's the trouble with red liner tape. It will fetch your card up. So fortunately this bit is fine where I've done this. But burnish it down and then you can get the release tape off better. So burnish it down properly and then that will come off. I usually do it when I take my pick tool because it works much better, look. Okay, so again I'm just going to put this on here. There we go. And just lift off that now. Do it with my take my pick tool like I'm telling you to do. Comes off much easier, you see. There we go. Do that. Get that on there. There. Oh. Good stuff. It's stuck to the bottom now. I've ripped that bit off. So I'm just going to glue that back in place because it's not going to show. Come on. Hope I'm in shot for you because it's fiddly. I'm pulling it out of shot so I can see it better. Okay, right, so let's move that on. So we've got the reverse so we can have penguins. What else have I got? Got some present. I've got a fox that belongs on that one. Got some more candy canes. So I think I'll put the candy canes on. The canes on, and then I'll have present. Isn't going. And then I'll have another fox. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side now. Spin it round. Let's have a look what I've got left. Yes, I can put a fox on just here. Move that out of the way. Fox on. And then we'll have some presents. and a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And I'll have a Christmas tree. Whoa. That's it. We'll have a Christmas tree, and the fox is the last one that's going to go on there. And then discovered I needed, oops, other way. I needed a Merry Christmas right at the end of this train. So I don't know whether I did any spare ones, so I haven't put them on, else there'll be too many. There we go. So we'll leave that for now. Okay, so my train, ooh, doo, 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 doo. So it's going all the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, I've done it right. Okay, now I'm knocking my boxes off, so you'll have to bear with me. I need the 25th at the front. So what's happened to my 25th now? I think it's a blue box, I think. Not sure. What's happened to 25th, 18th, 17th, 4th, 7th. Ah, there's my 25th, right. So I'm going to put my 25th now right at the front with this facing the back, okay? And I am going to stick a little bit of the tear and tape. You see, I ripped that one, so it's going to be covered up now anyway. So I'm going to take a bit of the tear and tape, just put that across there and across on the bottom there. Okay, so fetch that off and fetch that one off. No, other way. Okay, and I'm just going to put some glue round this. So I'm going to put some glue round it. I'm going to put glue round that, and then I'm just going to put a dab of glue on the bottom. So this is now going to fix it in place. I wasn't going to do this, but I decided I need to now. And then just, oops, get that properly in position, and then bring your train up to it. So once you've got this going, this is going to bring stability. So I'm going to do the same with these. So look at my number. So get my number the right way. Gonna stick a bit on there. And a bit on there. Right. Now, I don't know how to pause the video, because this is a point where I just want to really pause the video, get on and do all these, because you've seen the first one go in. So we taking that off and that off. I'm going to put a bit of glue on the bottom. So double glue on the bottom, then round that bit and round that bit, and then put, so the number, in fact I'm also going to put a dab of glue on that bit, and that will glue around there like that. So that's putting it in place. What I want a, let's see, one of these. So we'll put that. don't know, I'm just going to have a look on there. Share, no, highlight. No, unfortunately, I cannot pause it for you, so you just need to fast forward this bit so that you can probably see the end of the video, because it's going to take too long to actually do all these. So I might even finish the video and then you'd look on my I think I might let's get those burnished so that you don't fetch the red liner tape off. So make sure you've got it the right way. I'm putting glue on the front now, glue on the bottom, glue around the tape. Make sure it's in the right position, butt it up to the previous one, and then bring up your carriage. Squash my DSP bit. Okay. Right, so you get the idea, so that the boxes are all going to fit in to the back of this. So you're going to go all along and fill up your train and you'll have your numbers. So I'm going to stop the video now. I'll finish it and then I'll put a part 2 where I just show you what I've done and if there's any other finishing bits to do. So thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate it. Stay safe, stay well. God bless. Bye for now.